G'day guys and welcome back to Jeans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So back in the LGE, and as you can see from this lineup, we're going after it with the Android only category. So you would have seen I've gone with the Android 13 as my friend supporter. That is just because I do like to have an AGL unit in the team, especially for that last battle against the strong UI. So it's always good to have that one type, at least one type advantage. Two Fizz units in this Fizz Cell and the support Android trio. So that'll be really handy come the last stage. But yeah, this is the team, as you would have seen, running the two free-to-play Androids. So we'll get them on rotation together, and then the other rotation will be the two cells together. As I'm sure you've seen in many videos, those two cells link really well together. So that'll be good to keep them on par with each other. So these free-to-play Androids, we want to be getting as many supers off with them as we can. Dokkan's really done a number on my rotations here. To not even get the tech Android 17 on is really annoying because we just floated our Android 18 free-to-play one, and we need them to both be getting off as many attacks as possible early on in the event. They are a free-to-play unit, so they've got pretty low stats from the get-go, so we really need them bolstering up early on in the event. And because of that, if you are doing these two units builds, definitely go full additional with them, and then you can fill the rest out with crit and the 3 dodge, or however you like to do your units. But that max additional, is 100% essential if you want to use them in an event like this. You'll see I have got the strong Easy A 17 as well. He's really good for this event after his Easy A because he's stacking defense on every turn as well. So you got a few options in here that you're certainly able to use. We'll just check the defense here. See, we'll go that way. But yeah, sort of lacking for a lot of, I guess, real big hitters this category, because you're really relying on the int cell to be doing a lot of damage for you. Would love to see the old school not free to play, but some friendship point, like summon point LRs, the two androids there, to get an Easy A, because they could really bolster in the androids category, because we do have just one decent or usable AGL android, and that's Android 13. So, who's transforming, speak of the devil. But what we will see soon to global, hopefully, I guess, the Easy A for Super 17, it came to global with the Ultimate Gohan celebration. It came to JP, with that Ultimate Gohan celebration. So we could certainly see that come to global soon. Well, as it has just been confirmed that Ultimate Gohan will be the next banner. So if we saw him, that Easy A pop up, Easy A your Super 17, and he could certainly be another good Android option. So we've got that rotation down pat now, so that's good. But yeah, definitely looking forward to his Easy A coming, because from what I've seen from other content creators, he looks really good after his Easy A. And I do have him. Haven't done any work on his super attack, so that's just sitting at 1. But if we know that whether that Easy A is coming, we'll certainly start putting the Kais into him. So no additional supers thus far from the free-to-play androids, which is heartbreaking, because we need them to start firing off soon, because at least this one is. But yeah, we really need that stats boosting. The reason that I don't run this 17 on rotation with them is just because of the we'll just take that, is just because of the links. He doesn't link as well as the two free-to-plays do together. They yeah, you don't even have to worry about getting them key to be able to fire off their super, so you certainly want to keep them together. They are both all link level. Oh, actually the 18 is has got some minor links, but that's just from using Peppy Girls in the once a day training with Roshi, because as we all know, we get the extra bonus rewards for using Peppy Girls, so you'd be crazy not to throw them in there. But this Android trio is very good support throughout the event, and then come to that last stage will be handy with that type advantage, so definitely something to keep an eye on to see how that goes for us later on in the event. Take that, good amount of, there we go, wasn't paying attention, and we've fired off a Dokkan attack, so that's 3 dodge there, activating perfectly for us, I guess, but wasn't paying on the attention to the Dokkan attack, and we're hitting with type disadvantage and a unit that's got no attack really at this point, hasn't stacked up much yet, so it would have been better off with the 17 in the first slot, but with neither of them we're going to do a great deal of damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. See, with a crit 1.4, still no stacking, which is really annoying, but what can you do? More crits. So yeah, really I cannot stress enough how essential it is that those two do get off their stacks early on in the event, because they are going to get obliterated later on if they don't, and that's sort of the sad reality of it. But the advantage of that is you can certainly get off their stacks in this early bits where we're not copping a great deal of damage on supers or normal attacks. It's sort of when you get past GOKU is sort of when the damage starts to get a lot higher. But in saying that, when we start to get to these higher stages, we will also be taking more turns to finish them. So there will be a multitude of opportunity for these units to get their stacking underway. So we'll just go that way, get the most out of the defense, and then we'll just take that. Yeah, that's not a bad little turn for us. It's hopefully, I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep praying for it as well, that we get off a couple of additional supers. As you can see, their damage output is stuff all, if I'm honest with you, but we've got them here for that stacking defense. So this can be quite a lengthy run because of this lack of damage that they're pumping out for us. Seeing 18 get her additional super off is always a welcome sight. But I guess if you're doing this for the first time, you shouldn't be worried about time. The time that it takes you to complete the event, you're just worrying about getting it done, and this team certainly will get that done. So big bunch of attacks in that first slot. We'll take the type advantage there, and then we'll just take that. I'd rather get a little heal off just in case we get supered, and then I'll just take those strong orbs. Leaves a lot of tech orbs for us there next rotation, so we'll be able to get them into the tech 17, and that'll boost up our Dokkan attack a little bit more, as well as getting off a heal depending on how much damage this does for us. Yeah, 30k is nothing. So that's where this Fizz Cell really comes into play, because not only is he a really good linking partner with the Int Cell, but he heals on his 12k super. So yeah, look at that, pretty much back up to full health. So really can go a long way to saving you using items early on in the event with that heal, especially if he gets off additionals. So here we go, there's all those tech orbs waiting in line for me. Bang, into those strong orbs. And then we'll just take all those int orbs. Could have saved them up for the int cell next rotation, but look, we should go. We'll certainly finish him off next rotation, but we don't need that big 24 key, I wouldn't have thought. In saying that, again, no additionals. Probably should have could have had had the strong 18 in that first slot. She's stacked up a bit more defense than that 17. Speaking of, another very good unit to bring into this event is the MVP 17. I haven't been lucky enough to pull him. He's just one of those units that always seems to escape me, but he's certainly, another good option to bring into this event. You can never go wrong with taking multiple Fizz units into the event. I'll certainly say that much, because that type advantage towards the end of the event can just be so helpful. So we'll get the finish here with the int cell, and then we got a bit of healing off. Filled our Dokkan meter a little bit with those Fizz orbs there. So we'll jump on into Super Saiyan Blue Goku. We got that type advantage. So yeah, we'll just go in that first slot like that. We'll leave those int orbs on the right hand side for cell. So there we go. Hopefully this 17 gets supered after he's got off his super. We certainly don't want to be taking a type disadvantage super with the 18. Still no additionals from him, which is crazy to not have a single additional with him yet when he's rainbowed with full additional. I don't understand that. And there we go, still no additionals. Oh, well, we've fired off one additional super, with this 18. They're really not doing me justice from what I've been trying to show you guys how good these two can be together. But I'm sure you understand that sometimes you're just not going to get the luck, I guess. But one of the advantages of having int cell is that he does transform and fully recovers your health. So a few links there. Defense still 120 something thousand, so that's really good. This will be a good little Dokkan meter fill actually. So tanking for a little bit less, but look at that damage output. It's close to 5 million. If I had full link level 10s, that'd be even better. And what you do get after he transforms is, that's a nice crit. You also get that, well, this might hurt a little, but you also get that active skill. So you can use the Solar Kamehameha, which is an awesome looking active skill. I love that. Definitely a throwback for anyone that used to watch DBZ back in the day. So this 17 is continuing to stack for us. Mine is sitting at I think he's about 79%. So did go full additionals with him, as I do for all units that stack their attack up and defense for me. We'll take that into that. So back up to about 382k, which is good. This team, I think it was sitting at about 480k health overall. So not a bad number. It's a little bit lower. I love taking in teams that have got over 500k health, because you can feel comfortable knowing that even if you get supered, you're going to be pretty safe. Still no additionals from these guys, which is actually starting to annoy me. Never good for a showcase like this to not have the units doing what they're here to do. But anyway, that hurts. Thank God they've got a dodge in there. But that's for quite a bit of damage to take. We're not going to use the Solar Kamehameha at this stage. Look, we should get the finish here with this 18 key super anyway. So 3.2 mil is still a really good number, and especially if he fires off crits, because I do have 2 dupes in this cell as well. If that isn't the most Dokkan thing to happen in the world, I don't know what is. Yeah. On the cusp of death and fires off a super. To be expected almost, with how my luck goes half the time. But here we go. We'll just have a look at the defense. So I'm actually going to just rotate that 17 off. Without his stacking, he's been useless. So we'll just get rid of him completely. We'll take that, and then we'll take those tech orbs. It is always so. I bet you this will be the rotation where he fires off multiple supers, just to spite me. This will hurt. Would have liked to have. Oh no, sorry, forgot that we had an item active. Would have loved to have seen him the 17 super before we copped the GOKU super, so that we could have stacked that defense a little bit higher. But this 17 is also going to do more damage than the other two would have been able to put out. So it was wise. Even though the links aren't as good, you're better off putting him into this first slot. It's still not going to be a great deal of damage, might I add. Yeah, look at that. It's a bit sad. If you were able to choose, you'd be taking Int Cell to be hitting with the Dokkan attack. Just because he's going to be our main damage output, especially on this level. Come the next, well, Android 13 will actually also be really good. So there we go, we're finally getting off a second additional super, second one for the whole video for this Android 18. So let's see if 17 can fire suit, because he actually hasn't fired off an additional super at all. So let's test our luck. Nope, sticking with the same program. Painful, but nothing we can do on that front. So we'll take that, just because we want the heal off with Cell, and then a big 18 key super with the Android's trio in that third slot. Remembering that they're not going to do a great deal of damage. If UI had have dodged this, I probably would have cried. Crit please, no, but that's alright, because that was a huge damage getter for us there. To be dishing that out is really going to carry us through this event. So next rotation that heal would have been nice had we taken a super beforehand. Unfortunately we have not, but next rotation, where see, that hurts. Remembering we're not able to lower attack in this stage of the event either, so dodge and then to get hit, ouch. But what we'll do here is we'll get up a decent heal there. This sucks because I'm going to do that. Hurts my soul. And then we're going to use the Int Orbs, which also sucks. Would have loved to have saved up Int Orbs for obviously the Int Cell, and I have saved those Fizz Orbs for the Fizz Cell. Even though his healing would be important, if need be, I'll probably just pop an item for this stage, because we do have multiple units with type disadvantage against this strong MUI, whereas in the last stage we've only got the one tech unit that is going to suffer from type disadvantage. So this 18 is now starting to fire off multiple additionals, which is what we would have loved to have seen earlier on in the video, but I guess we'll take whatever we can get at this stage. We really need to bolster that defense before the last stage. Crit and additional. And then yeah, tanks really well with that type advantage. He's definitely a really good unit, this Android 13. Certainly we'll hope to pull him at some stage, just isn't meant to be just yet. So we may as well fire off the big 18 key. Gonna pop the Icarus, and then we're going to get the most value going there, because then that opens up the tech orbs, which we can get off. Or see that even with an Icarus to be taking over 10,000, it can really hurt you. So you do have to protect this cell and the Android trio on this MUI level, on this strong UI level, sorry, not MUI. MUI is the next one. So we do have the active skill for Perfect Cell left as well, so we'll use that on the next stage, and that'll just be a little bit of extra damage we have, guaranteed hit, so we'll take that whenever we can get it. Because yeah, as you can see, that those androids aren't going to do it for us. But that's a good attack sequence for us, to have pretty much everything on the first two slots where we've got our two stackers. So as long as the android trio don't get supered in that last slot, we'll be fine. So this will probably be 100. Oh no, wow. Oh, Icarus active. Ignore me. Would love if Dokkan was to introduce a little display that showed when you had items active. That would be awesome, because I feel like I'm finding myself not knowing what items I've got active when, and then look like a numbnuts when we take no damage and I'm expecting to get hit pretty hard. Not that that would have hit us crazy hard, but I mean, like, Icarus can saves you so much damage. So yeah, there we go, 50Ks for that. And what can we get off here? I guess if we go that into that, just worries me. It just worries me with that Fizz cell in the second slot. I would have loved to have put Android 13 in that first slot, sorry, and guaranteed the finish. We got a crit anyway. We still might not completely finish him with the Fizz cell, just because of that type disadvantage. You can never be sure how much damage you're really going to put out. So yeah, 230k, but it was enough. And here we go, the final stage of MUI. We're going to go like that just because I don't want... Oh, actually, what is it? 3 versus 3. Actually, yeah, may as well just stick with this. And we're going to pop a Whis straight off the bat to protect that Android 17 in the last slot. What we do have here, though, is a lot of int orbs lined up. So we'll be able to get off a big 24 key super with the int cell. And the other thing is we'll have the LR Androids trio on rotation. So we're going to have 2 type advantage units. So that'll go really well into doing a bit of damage on this UI, as well as the support to sell. Both the cells will be really handy as well. So we'll probably be trying to get off the 24 key super with the Fizz cell, as well as the int. While the healing is handy at this point, you just want to get the damage where you can, because as you've just seen on this turn, we've barely even dented the man. But here we go. We'll may as well activate this active as well. Definitely a nostalgic moment for all the Dragon Ball Z fans here, thinking back to Cell firing this off and Gohan blasting it back. Yeah, definitely a great active skill. I'm glad that they did such a good job with that. So we'll get those, we'll get off the 18 key, and we'll get off another 18 key super here as well. So good rotation for us in terms of damage until the stuff like that happens, and then for it to clap back with a super is just really a kick in the guts. That's with an Whis active as well, so the healing wouldn't have gone astray from this Fizz cell, but at least we got the hit. If you had to dodge that as well, that would have been so depressing. So hopefully we get the hit here too. No, this game hates me. That's the only way I can put it. It just hates me. But go like that, into that, and I guess we'll go with, this will be a pretty much full item use run, I would think. Wow, just realised I didn't get off the 18's super, which is really silly of me, because we want her to continue stacking just because of the risk of getting supered. You don't want anyone getting supered at this point of the game because damage is coming at you pretty hard from this UI. But she got off the additional super. The other saving grace that we have down the bottom there is our Dokkan attack is nearly refilled again. So we're going to be hopefully getting that off with maybe the Fizz cell, or if we could get a big 24 key super from the Int cell as well. That's our ideal situation. The crits there from Android 13 are definitely a blessing. So yeah, that's pretty nice. We fire off that. Wow, 224 key supers. I can envision that at least one of them will get dodged, and that's just the harsh reality. It's pretty heartbreaking, but you got to expect these type of things. It's 2.5 mil, significantly lower because we didn't have the Android trio offering their support to us here, but still to be getting the 1.5, all but 1.5 million damage for us is huge because we're not getting a great deal of damage with our other units. Apart from this incel, should do a crit would be awesome, but still, no. He'll get supered for, what was it? I think it was 160k or something like that last time, so we expect to see the same. 140k. Look, doesn't matter that that's dodged. Yeah, that 17's irrelevant at this point in the event. So we'll get off a nice heal here. We'll save those. Yeah, we will save those Fizz orbs. We'll just do that to line up the rest of the Fizz orbs. We'll save them for obviously the Fizz cell next rotation, and hopefully getting all of those orbs will allow us to fire off our Dokkan attack. Crits there, very handy. But remembering that the stats of these two are boosted because we have got these Android trios in that third slot. Definitely is still a very relevant unit, that Android trio. They're great support for your Android units. But getting dodged, which sucks. Was able to put out a decent amount of damage for us. But here we go, we'll slide across. When we grab that, just short. So we're going to pop our second last item. Fill up that Dokkan bar there. Get that off. And so this is where we'll be praying for a big crit. So let's see how we go. Got to get all 6 key spheres here. Or key overlays, whatever you want to call them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So we're getting maximum damage output here, which is hopefully a lot. And then we've got to hope that that int cell doesn't get dodged either, because we really need these two to be dealing damage. I've said it once, I'll say it again, that they are going to be our main contributors on the offensive front. So 2.9, the additional getting dodged. Would have been awesome to fire off an additional super, but as long as he doesn't dodge this, perfect. And then remembering we're getting a crit from Android 13. So this could very well be the finish of it here. If this doesn't get dodged, nope. So yeah, this will go really close. But if this is the end, which I hope it is, yep, awesome. Done and dusted. So there it is, guys. Androids only, finished. Certainly could have been a better run. We definitely got unlucky with the stacking, but we still were able to get it done. We got one item left. So hopefully you're able to find the video useful. Let me know if you need help making a team or whatever. Hit me up in the comments or hit me up on Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're finding all of these run-throughs useful. I'm going to keep pumping out content. I've nearly finished all the LGEs, so keep an eye out for what's coming next, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.